Anyone very familiar with the Bible may notice something strange in the letter of Jude. Alongside stories that are found in the Old Testament, Jude references others that can't be found anywhere. These stories, not found in the Hebrew Bible, came from Jewish texts written between the closing of the Old Testament and the opening of the New Testament, and these texts were called the Pseudepigrapha. Now, the Pseudepigrapha is somewhat distinct from the collection known as the Apocrypha, which means hidden or obscure. The Apocrypha contains at least 12 books considered deutero-canonical, or a secondary canon, by Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox Christians, but not typically by Jews or Protestants. These were written during the same period as the Pseudepigrapha, but are nowhere directly cited by a New Testament author. While it is difficult to determine exactly how many texts belong to the Pseudepigrapha, the collection is generally viewed to be much larger than that of the Apocrypha. Their name, meaning falsely ascribed writings, comes from the claim of each to have been written by an Old Testament figure, which everyone knew to be false, even Jews and Christians in the first century. This false authorship claim was a literary device, similar to that which Tolkien used when he portrayed Bilbo Baggins as the author of The Hobbit. Though the Pseudepigrapha were never considered scripture by any Christian church in any century in either East or the West, strangely, Jude cites at least two, first Enoch and the Testament of Moses, which begs the question, did he consider them inspired? While it's impossible to know for certain, he did not necessarily view them that way. First, we know that Paul cited pagan poets, and he most definitely did not consider those texts to be inspired by God. Second, the Pseudepigrapha, along with the Apocrypha, are a rich source for the historical, political, and theological beliefs of their period. As such, they may have been cited by Jude to readers familiar with these stories because they illustrated points he wanted to make, points that were also backed up by other stories in the Hebrew Bible. Thus, he may have used them like preachers today use illustrations from books or movies, not claiming them to be more than just an illustration of a truth clearly taught in Scripture elsewhere. And third, it has been noted that usually when the Hebrew Bible is quoted in the New Testament, it is given a formal introduction, like, "It is written," or "You have heard it said." These are missing from the citations in Jude, which may suggest he did not view them on the same level as the undisputed canonicals. God inspired Jude to write a short letter to urge believers to continue to contend for the faith they had been given. And Jude used illustrations from various sources, some inspired and some not, in order to convey to his readers the urgency of that task.